Hello everyone, welcome back to Unveiling Mythical Legends. Today I want to share with you a story full of mystery and wonder, one that comes from Naden Harbor in British Columbia, Canada. This story remains unexplained to this day and sends chills down the spine of anyone who hears it. In 1937, the stomach of a sperm whale was found to contain a bizarre creature. Its appearance was completely different from any known marine animal, so much so that its discovery shattered all our previous ideas about the ocean. It was named Cadborosaurus wilsey, a name shrouded in mystery, which continues to spark endless speculation and discussion to this day. Today, let's dive into the legend of this mysterious creature and explore the possible truth behind it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more amazing stories. Go ahead, tap that subscribe button, and join us in uncovering more unsolved mysteries. In 1937, a mysterious and unexplained event occurred at the Naden Harbor whaling station in British Columbia, Canada, an incident that still sends chills down the spine to this day. The main character of this event was a sperm whale, but what emerged from its stomach was a chilling, bizarre creature. This was not a whale or a shark as we know them, but a completely different marine life form. Imagine a giant creature with a camel-like head, a long, slender neck, and a body shape that did not resemble any known ocean creature. According to eyewitness accounts, this creature's length was even over 20 meters, nearly the length of 2 standard buses end to end, making it appear even more enormous than the orcas we are familiar with. This creature was named Cadborosaurus wilsey, a name full of mystery, just like its legend. Whether among the locals of British Columbia or scientists from around the world, its existence and origins remain the subject of debate. These eyewitness reports caused the name to repeatedly appear in newspapers at the time, even becoming a hot topic of discussion. The image of Cadborosaurus wilsey not only shocked people, but also sparked countless speculations. Why did such a creature emerge from the stomach of a sperm whale? And why has such a massive marine creature never been formally documented until now? The legendary story of Cadborosaurus wilsey dates back to 1933, when Archibald Wells, the editor of the Victoria Daily Times in Victoria, Canada, noticed an unusual phenomenon, an increasing number of sightings of a mysterious sea creature, especially around the area of Cadboro Bay. In these reports, witnesses claim to have seen a massive marine creature, evoking memories of ancient sea monster legends. Wells became deeply intrigued by these reports, and during a conversation with a reader named Ivis Down, he took the suggestion to give the mysterious creature a name, combining Cadboro with the Greek word saurus, meaning lizard or reptile. The name Cadborosaurus wilsey was born. At the time, Wells' decision to name the creature was actually quite clever, and he himself admitted that part of the reason was to make the newspaper more engaging and attract the attention of more readers. However, what he didn't anticipate was that this name would not fade away. Instead, over time, Cadborosaurus wilsey gradually became a popular cultural symbol, and it continues to hold a place in public discussions to this day. The name's prominence has nearly become synonymous with the mysterious creatures of the Canadian Pacific coast. It is not only well known among local residents, but has also attracted the attention of curious people and scientists from around the world. What truly brought Cadborosaurus wilsey widespread attention were a series of sightings in October 1933. The witnesses were not just ordinary people, but also some prominent social figures. Lawyer W.H. Langley and his wife, as well as yacht owner R.C. Ross, among other respected individuals, all claimed to have seen a massive, olive-green creature floating on the calm sea. As it moved, it formed terrifying protrusions. These testimonies from reliable sources quickly captured the media's attention, and the name Cadborosaurus wilsey began to frequently appear in newspaper headlines, becoming the focal point of public discussion. As more sightings were reported, a general consensus began to form around the image of this mysterious creature. According to the descriptions from these witnesses, Cadborosaurus wilsey was a massive creature with very distinctive features. First, it had an extraordinarily long neck, with its head resembling that of a horse, camel, or even a large dog, with large, protruding eyes that gave it an intimidating appearance. As for its body, it was slender and serpent-like, completely different from the marine creatures we're familiar with. What was even more surprising was the creature's swimming style, which was unlike any other marine animal. Instead of twisting its body horizontally, like most sea creatures, it moved in a vertical up and down motion, much like a dolphin or whale, creating a series of hump-like protrusions on the water's surface. This unique feature made the image of Cadborosaurus wilsey especially striking in contemporary reports and sparked even greater interest among the public. The description of Cadborosaurus wilsey has made it a mysterious entity among marine creatures, completely out of place compared to any known species. First, in terms of appearance, the creature's body and head structure set it apart from existing marine life. For example, the familiar orca has a large, prominent dorsal fin and horizontal tail fin, whereas Cadborosaurus wilsey had a slender body without the distinctive dorsal fin, making it appear far more mysterious and unique. Additionally, although sea lions and seals also inhabit the ocean, their necks are very short, and their swimming posture is entirely different from that of Cadborosaurus wilsey. Sea lions and seals typically crawl with their limbs and have much shorter bodies, while Cadborosaurus wilsey possessed a long neck and a distinctive shape, further distinguishing it from any other known marine animal. What raises even more suspicion is that, while the giant whale shark is also an enormous creature, its head shape and swimming style are completely different from those of Cadborosaurus wilsey. The whale shark has a blunt, rounded head and swims by swinging its body in a parallel motion, which contrasts sharply with the vertical undulating movement of Cadborosaurus wilsey. The swimming style of Cadborosaurus wilsey is much more peculiar and distinct from the conventional patterns of other marine creatures. Its vertical up and down motion, much like that of dolphins or whales, became one of the most notable features that set it apart from other oceanic species. This vertical swimming motion caused Cadborosaurus wilsey to form hump-like protrusions on the surface of the water, a feature that further perplexed both witnesses and scientists. This peculiar swimming style, from both a biological and observational standpoint, is highly unique, making Cadborosaurus wilsey stand out among all marine creatures. Compared to other known marine life, its form and behavior undoubtedly add many layers to its mysterious nature, fueling even more curiosity and speculation about whether it truly exists. The legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey is not just a modern tale that began in 1933. Its history actually stretches much further back, even to the indigenous cultures of the Pacific Northwest coast. The native peoples of this region, such as the Nuu-chah-nulth, had long incorporated similar mysterious creatures into their legends. For instance, the Nuu-chah-nulth legend of the Hayatlik, a long, massive, and mysterious sea creature, bears a striking resemblance to Cadborosaurus wilsey. These stories are not confined to the Nuu-chah-nulth. Other coastal tribes also have myths about similar giant marine creatures. These stories reflect the early imaginations and awe the local cultures had for the unknown depths of the ocean. Many researchers believe that these ancient cultural stories may be closely related to the later Cadborosaurus wilsey legend. Although the name Cadborosaurus wilsey was coined by a modern newspaper editor, the image of a long-necked, unusually featured creature may have been deeply ingrained in the collective memory of local people centuries before. The marine creatures described in these indigenous legends often feature long necks and serpent-like bodies, which closely match the characteristics of Cadborosaurus wilsey. This further suggests that the image of Cadborosaurus wilsey is not a mere fleeting fantasy or external creation, but rather an inspiration drawn deeply from ancient cultural beliefs and stories. What's even more fascinating is that these indigenous legends were not just passed down through oral stories. They may have already been reflected in local art totem poles, and cultural heritage. These marks seem to suggest that early humans had an awareness of these mysterious sea creatures and incorporated them into their daily lives. These legends are sometimes interpreted as responses to strange natural phenomena or as a way of visualizing real, unexplainable marine creatures encountered in the natural world. In addition to the indigenous oral histories, there are also some early eyewitness reports dating back to the late 19th century. The discovery of these records further strengthens the possibility of Cadborosaurus wilsey's existence. Many of the creature features described by witnesses closely resemble those reported in modern accounts of Cadborosaurus wilsey, suggesting that its mysterious presence is not just a cultural phenomenon from a specific time period, but could be an early reflection of humanity's real encounters with aspects of the natural world that were beyond understanding. In 1937, a shocking event at the Naden Harbor whaling station brought the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey from myth into reality. At the time, workers at the whaling station were dissecting a sperm whale when they discovered an unprecedented creature pulled from the whale's stomach. The creature's appearance was bizarre, completely unlike any known marine species, leaving everyone present in utter shock. The incident quickly garnered widespread attention and was sent to the BC Provincial Museum in Victoria for initial identification. After examination, the museum's curator, Francis Comard, suggested that the creature might have been a stillborn sperm whale fetus, but this initial conclusion did not satisfy everyone. Experienced whaler James Weckland firmly insisted that this was definitely not a whale. The creature's shape, size, and internal structure did not match any known species. His statement complicated the situation further, raising even more questions about the true nature of the creature. But the most mysterious part is yet to come. After undergoing preliminary examination, the highly controversial specimen suddenly vanished without a trace. Was it discarded after being treated as a routine sample? Or was it so bizarre, perhaps even disturbing, that it was secretly hidden away? This unresolved mystery adds yet another layer of intrigue to the story of Cadborosaurus wilsey, leading many to wonder if there might be hidden truths lurking behind the scenes. Even the mysterious disappearance of that peculiar specimen has done little to dampen public interest in Cadborosaurus wilsey, as reports of sightings continue to emerge. In 1968, Captain William Hargland claimed to have captured a juvenile Cadborosaurus wilsey measuring about 3 feet long near Corsi Island in British Columbia. The news quickly sparked widespread discussion. Hargland described the small creature as having a long neck and a camel-like head, and when he observed it up close, he felt it was so unusual that it simply couldn't be ignored. Struck by its uniqueness, he made the remarkable decision to release it back into the sea, an act that only deepened the air of mystery surrounding the event. However, the event also gave rise to a wave of skepticism. Why was there no physical evidence left behind from such a significant discovery? This is a critical question. If Captain Hargland truly captured such an extraordinary creature, as he claimed, then why didn't he preserve a specimen or take any photographs? This puzzling omission has left many people doubtful and has only added to the controversy surrounding the entire incident. Some scientists believe that Hargland may have mistaken a larger type of oarfish for a juvenile Cadborosaurus wilsey. In fact, the ocean is home to many similarly shaped creatures that, from a distance or under certain lighting conditions, could easily resemble Cadborosaurus wilsey. Nevertheless, this incident has added even more complexity to the legend, making it increasingly difficult to draw any definitive conclusions. It also highlights a deeper phenomenon: humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown and our pursuit of mysterious creatures, a pursuit often driven by a mix of wonder, hope, and healthy skepticism. In 1984, another astonishing sighting occurred in Telegraph Bay, British Columbia. 2 university students, Ryan Green and Damien Grant, were sitting on the coastal rocks when they unexpectedly witnessed a strange creature rising from the water. The sight left them stunned. The creature's body was rounded, with two distinct humps protruding from its back, giving it a bizarre and unusual shape. Its face appeared rough and craggy, almost like weathered stone, adding to its eerie appearance. But what truly sent chills down their spines was the creature's breathing, deep, heavy, and powerful, reminiscent of a whale's exhalation. The sound echoed across the otherwise calm sea, amplifying the mysterious and otherworldly nature of what they had just encountered. This sighting quickly drew the attention of biologists, particularly Edward Bousfield. Having studied a vast number of Cadborosaurus wilsey reports over the years, Bousfield believed that the creature described in this incident matched the classic profile of Cadborosaurus wilsey remarkably well. According to long-standing accounts, Cadborosaurus wilsey is typically characterized by its distinct features: a long neck, a large head, enormous eyes, and a unique mode of movement unlike that of any known marine animal. The strange creature observed by the students closely resembled these descriptions, prompting renewed speculation that they may have encountered the legendary sea monster. With the advancement of 21st-century technology, the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey appears to have entered a new chapter. In particular, the mystery resurfaced in 2009 when fisherman Kelly Nash captured a startling video in Alaska's Nushagak Bay. In the footage, several elongated creatures can be seen swimming with a distinctive vertical undulating motion, a movement pattern that sharply contrasts with that of any known marine animals. What truly stood out was how the heads of these creatures seemed to stir up visible mist or spray, a detail that immediately evoked the classic features often attributed to Cadborosaurus wilsey. The video quickly sparked intense debate, drawing widespread attention from the public and scientific community alike. Some marine biologists were taken aback by the footage's authenticity, suggesting it looked remarkably convincing, perhaps even strong enough to support the existence of Cadborosaurus wilsey itself. However, the video was not without controversy. Critics argued that the creatures seen in the footage were most likely a pod of whales, sturgeon, or even sea lions swimming in a coordinated formation. Due to the shaky camera work and unclear filming angles, the authenticity of the footage remains inconclusive, leaving room for multiple interpretations. While some experts believe the movements captured are simply ordinary phenomena observed in known marine species, others are convinced that this video might be one of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the possible existence of Cadborosaurus wilsey. When it comes to the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey, despite numerous sightings and scattered pieces of evidence, the explanations behind these phenomena are far from straightforward. One prevailing theory suggests that the story of Cadborosaurus wilsey may stem from misidentifications and the influence of collective cultural psychology. In the vast and often unpredictable ocean, many unknown or even common, marine animals can easily be mistaken for something unusual or extraordinary. For instance, when a basking shark dies and its body decomposes, it may float on the surface in a bizarre, twisted form that an unsuspecting observer might interpret as a sea monster. Similarly, sea lions swimming in a line can give the illusion of a large, multi-humped creature gliding through the water. In addition, unusual weather conditions or hydrological phenomena, such as light reflections on the water surface or the shape of waves, can confuse the human eye, leading to optical illusions that turn ordinary events into mysterious encounters. However, these explanations go beyond the realm of physical phenomena and delve into the deeper layers of human cultural psychology. With the global fascination sparked by the Loch Ness Monster, interpretations of unusual sightings around the world often reflect a search for miracles mindset. People tend to associate the unknown or unexplainable with legendary creatures, and this psychological pattern is especially prominent in popular culture. Local residents and eyewitnesses, when confronted with anything out of the ordinary, be it strange ripples on the water or sudden, unfamiliar shapes, often subconsciously interpret them as connected to the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey. This collective tendency has played a significant role in keeping the myth alive and thriving over time. Can you imagine that deep within the bottomless ocean, there might be a mysterious creature that has never been officially documented and perhaps doesn't even belong to any existing biological classification? This is one of the most captivating theories about Cadborosaurus wilsey. According to the research of marine biologist Paul LeBlanc and zoologist Edward Bousfield in 1995, they boldly speculated that Cadborosaurus wilsey could represent an entirely new animal group, combining the resilience of reptiles with the agility of mammals. Such a creature sounds like a fantastical hybrid from the prehistoric world. They specifically pointed out the significant difference in the swimming patterns of Cadborosaurus wilsey compared to other marine mammals. Not the familiar horizontal undulations, but a vertical wave-like movement, reminiscent of a serpent gliding silently through the ocean depths. Every motion of this creature exudes its mysterious nature, like a ghost of the sea. Moreover, scientists discover numerous new species in the ocean every year, and with over 80% of the vast, deep blue world that covers 70% of the Earth's surface still unexplored, Cadborosaurus wilsey could very well be swimming freely in those dark, cold, and pressure-filled deep-sea fissures. Perhaps it has been brushing past humanity for thousands of years, but we simply haven't yet gathered enough evidence to prove its existence. Although the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey is tantalizing and full of imagination, the path of this hypothesis is far from flawless. The biggest question mark is, if it really exists, why has no one been able to capture any solid evidence? In an era where even the ocean floor can be scanned with sonar, satellites can track whale movements, and fishing nets are deployed constantly across global waters, how could such a large and unique marine creature possibly evade all human monitoring devices, moving silently under our radar? Unless, as some supporters suggest, Cadborosaurus wilsey is a deep-sea dweller, living in those lightless, high-pressure trenches of the ocean that are difficult for human equipment to detect. In such environments, even the most advanced unmanned submersibles struggle to operate for long periods, let alone continuously monitor biological activity. Perhaps these creatures only venture near the coast on rare occasions, maybe to find food, to reproduce, or because of temperature changes, just like certain deep-sea squid are occasionally hauled up by fishermen, leaving people in awe of such creatures still lurking in the unknown. But even so, the lack of any body, bones, skin samples, or definitive footage still leaves the legend without a scientific foundation, like a jigsaw puzzle missing the most crucial piece. This has led many biologists to remain skeptical of the existence of Cadborosaurus wilsey. After all, science demands verifiable facts, not fanciful romanticism. The story of Cadborosaurus wilsey remains without a definitive scientific conclusion to this day. It's like the fog on the ocean's surface, seemingly about to lift, only to drift away, just as you reach out for it. While many witnesses swear they've seen this mysterious creature, the unfortunate truth is that, as of now, there is no complete body, fossil, skin tissue, or DNA sample to allow the scientific community to officially declare, yes, Cadborosaurus wilsey is real. This has only made its identity more elusive, placing it in the gray area between legend and reality. Interestingly, Cadborosaurus wilsey has long ceased to be simply a creature that may or may not exist. It has become a reflection of humanity's relentless curiosity about the unknown, the deep sea, and the mysteries of nature. Because science still cannot explain its true nature, it has become a mirror, reflecting our limited understanding of the world and our desire to break through those boundaries. What a fascinating story we've just explored together. What do you think about the legend of Cadborosaurus wilsey? Is it a yet-to-be-discovered ocean creature, or just a product of our imagination fueled by the unknown? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to share with your friends and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to see more exciting content. See you next time.